Well, today I got my daily in the garage and we're letting it warm up right now in here because we got to change the plugs on this. It's got 130,000 miles on it, and there'll be a couple of these plugs that are tough to get to, but I'll show you a little thing about how to do all of this. So let's go. Okay, so if you hear a little noise in the background, that's just a heater blowing up my skirt. So first thing I wanted to show you is this truck has 130,000 miles on it. And see these here? They should have loom on them like this. Right there. That plastic looks like this. That's what should be there. Well, over 130,000 miles in 13 years, it's baked completely off. It's just gone. There it is. There's some parts. There's some remnants. See, look. It's just turned to dust. And you guys know that's a common thing. So what we don't need is these flapping around in here and separating and getting up against something. So what I'm going to do, I don't have any more of this. So I'm going to take a couple of zip ties just to make sure they stay together. And then I'm going to loosely hit a couple spots with some black tape and just to cover those, just to protect them from themselves. Now, like this one is already off. It's got a holder that goes right there, and this holder's in place, and let me see. And well, okay, and well, the harness is all the way up in here, and all that plastic covering is off, so I might have to pull this cover off and see how bad it is. But basically those need to be protected, okay? And there's looms and there's connectors all through here to keep this in place, but still, when you have bare wire showing an engine compartment, you need to address it. All right, okay, I'm doing the worst first. Number 8, spark plug wire is out. Now I'm just gonna go with my sweet hotness here. This is my Snap-on 30-year-old. I'm using a 5/8 socket wrench with a little bit of a short. Basically, that's the tape trick, to use a 13/16 on that 5/8 to get just enough stroke in there to get up against that header, because I ain't gonna be able to film this. So get up, because I'm gonna be using both hands to get up into that socket and get it broke loose I can get the number 8 out. Number 8 is the worst of this, boys. It's way back in there, and so I got a towel and I have a ladder, and I'm all the way up in there, elbow deep in it. So I'll talk to you when this is over. Woo! Success. Let's see if I can get that in here, get in focus for you. Come on, sweetheart. Ooh, look at there. 130,000 miles. Look at some. Yeah, there we go. Now, she was in there, but let me tell you that using a little bit of extension gave me just enough stroke to get past that exhaust manifold to get to it and get in. There's a lot of threads involved in this, guys, but that's an original. That's from the factory. So we're going to get to it one after the other. Okay, just so you all know, I am putting a little bit of dielectric grease on these, inside each one of these holes in the spark plug wires. Putting the covers back on, and I am using a little bit of anti-seize on the threads of these new plugs, on the new ones. So I don't want to hear no complaining. I use it on aluminum heads. I'm sorry. A lot of history with aluminum heads, and I use anti-seize. I'll just give you a quickie how-to. Basically, that's how you pull the spark plug wire off, and I just pull them off to get them out of my way, right? Off the coil and off the spark plug itself. And it's just a very simple process of, you just feel back there with your finger, make sure she's on there. You just basically wiggle it. You can feel the head of the spark plug moving in the boot. You can feel it. All right, so it's in there, and then you just push it up on there until you hear it, that double click. When you hear that click in that, you know you're connected. All right, that's all there is to it, guys. And then besides this, coming from a distributor in the back, I kind of like this because it gets everything out of the way. You can just pull it out, and it's everything's out of the way. It's right there, and just put it back on. You're good to go. You pop the wires off. You pull them off the spark plugs. You pull the spark plugs. You put them back in one by one. A little dielectric grease. Make sure everything's locked in. Already started the truck. It's run smoother than it's running 30,000 miles, guys, because it's 130,000 spark plug change. But the only one that gives me hesitation here, this is number 1. Now this one, if you can see, it's ash covered. There isn't any oil on any of these, you know, some carbon, but this is the only really discolored one. Now, I don't have a lot of experience in these newer trucks. This one's about 12 years old, but you guys give me a what you think is causing that gray ashness on just cylinder number 1, because the rest of them, they've got a little bit of carbon, but they don't have the discoloration that one does. And this is 3 through, or 1 through, or 2 through 8, and they're basically the same all the way across. Nice solid, no oils, no damages. This was about an hour and a half job, because basically I had to climb in over the top to get to the back. I did the worst one first, the number 8 cylinder. That one's all the way back there, and this little trick worked in the back on number 8 and number 6, because there's not a lot of room back there between the heater box and the engine. So a short, thin socket, and this inch and a quarter extension on top of the socket, that works. Other than that, I just didn't have to use that. I just used a short extension for the whole rest of the time to break them loose and put them back in. Again, used anti-seize. So it's not a bad job, but it's a necessary job. And it's going to take an hour and a half, and you're going to be feet in the air, dangling, getting to that back number 8 and number 6 cylinder. But like I said, driver's side is not bad. So if you guys like this, want some more of this kind of stuff, give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Y'all have a great day. Because a great day today can mean a better running daily driver tomorrow. Y'all be good.